In this video, I'm going to go over the ultimate Facebook ads targeting guide and processes, and including some ninja hacks that you can do in 2024 to finally start reaching your exact audience. If you've been doing Facebook ads at all for the last 3-4 years, you know that targeting has become harder and harder and harder. Literally every 6 months or so, they seem to be removing things that you can target. They seem to be removing abilities for you to target specifically people. Behavioral stuff has been removed. All types of stuff that you used to be able to use to absolutely crush it at Facebook ads is slowly going away, including some of the optimization process. So over the last year to 2 years, I have been refining a process inside of our GSD program to be able to help you guys still maintain targeting. There's 3 things I'm going to cover today. One, it's going to be our core 4 audiences that always get us a winner, including a little bit of our testing process to absolutely be able to see which of those audiences are going to work. It's our Fiverr method for just literally targeting directly the people you want to target and putting your ads exactly in front of just them. And then finally, we're going to talk a little bit about the newest and most interesting feature, which is AI targeting that's been rolled out by Facebook, and who should use it and when it's actually going to be worth using for most people. So let's hop over here. First, the core 4. Okay, these are the standard base audience types that we use in the GSD to create the basis for round 1 of our rapid fire testing process. We group them into 4 general categories. First, let's do a brief little thing here. I'm just going to tell you guys about what the rapid fire testing process is for audiences. Okay, what you're going to do is you're going to create one control ad, which is just a simple ad stating directly your offer. Okay, and why we call it a control ad is because we're going to be testing audiences. So we need to have a control ad. We need to control the variable. The only variable that should be different is the audiences you're testing so that you're able to do it. Then you're going to create 4 audiences using what we go over down below. And then 3, you're going to let it run until you have 3,000-ish impressions on each audience. And then 4, you're going to shut off underperformers based on your ideal cost per result. Okay, so if 1 of 2 of the audiences are getting your ideal cost per result and the other ones are getting 3 or 4 times that, you shut them off. Okay, so that's the core concept of the rapid fire testing process. There's other videos on this channel that you can go and watch to get your head around that. So we group these audiences, these core 4, into 4 general categories: who they are, what they do, 3D, and then data based. Your job for this is to come up with 4 or 5 starting audiences found from these categories. All right, find breakdowns and examples of each below. So here they are, starting bases. Okay, so who they are, what does that mean? Interests and hobbies, relationship status, children. So when we're talking about these different things here, right, we come over into here, you're going to look at most of these in detail. So if I'm targeting, let's say, a plumbing company, right, so I type in plumbing. Here you'll see stuff like interests, you're going to see job titles, you're going to see fields of study and employment. All right, so when we're looking at these categories, you're talking about who they are. Well, you've got interests as one, and then what they do, you've got job types and employers. Okay, so these would be 2 different audiences. The first one would be interests, so who they are. Okay, and then also, so you've got the interests here, and then you can also do stuff like if you think people who own plumbing companies would be likely to be married, right? That's a relationship status, or with children. More often, what you'd be using the I have kids and I am married stuff for would be like if you're working with a realtor and that realtor wants to target homeowners, right? It's more likely that you're going to be a homeowner if you're married and you have kids. It's just likely that you actually have that stuff going on there. Okay, so then you're going to come down here, okay, and what they do. What they do is, like we already showed you, what they do is going to be job types and employers. Job types and employers, okay, that kind of stuff. It can also be fields of study, right? So again, we're looking at fields of study, we're looking at all that kind of stuff. So we're just going to break these up into as many of these as we can find, right? If I say I'm a plumber and I've studied plumbing and I'm also maybe an entrepreneur, then what they do, that's probably this, right? Interested in plumbing, probably also a good idea for doing that stuff. Then we got 3D, all right? So 3D is combination. So inside of Facebook ads over here, you'll see that you can put this. So if I do plumbing interest, let's say, I can then do what's called defining further. It used to be called narrow. They change these words all the time. But I want to define this further. It says also must match. Okay, so this means it has to be this and this. They have to have both. So now if I say small business owner as a behavior, so now it's saying I am interested in plumbing and I also must be a small business owner. And the audience size is about 1 million, so that's good. We want to just keep these usually above 200K. These are not exact. I usually don't listen to this at all, but we do want to keep this up over like 100 to 200,000 minimum, and you should be fine when it's setting that kind of stuff. So if I'm interested in plumbing and I'm also a small business owner, I'm likely to be a small business owner who is a plumber, right? So you're doing that for the third one. And then finally, database. This is our customer lists, our lookalike, and then our lookalikes based on those customer lists. You can also do profile engagement lists. All of those you create from custom audiences, which you create in this segment right here. And once you go and create them, upload your customer list, you can use them up here. So you'd click on here, you'd see for us, we have all these things: GSD purchasers, Diamond Club purchasers, bought this, bought that, all website traffic. We have engagement ones on here. I think anyway, we should have some engagement audiences. Yep, engaged with posts or ads, right? So all these types of things you can make right here inside the audiences tab. So you come over here and you can actually upload on here custom audiences through your lookalike lists or through your page engagement right here. So you're just looking for any of those things here to create. I personally would create a customer lookalike list 1%, and then a page profile engagement lookalike 1% if you have a lot of that stuff going on. So some examples based on niches further down, right? So realtors, who they are: realtor, real estate interests, Tom Ferry interests, right? What they do: realtor, broker, job type. Employers, there's all of them: Keller Williams, Coldwell Banker, Remax. National Association of Realtors is another good one. 3D must match, real estate interest plus must match small business owner. Or you can also do used Facebook payment information in the last 30 to 90 days. That's a good one to have. So if they're a real estate interest plus they're paying Facebook for ads, they're not only probably Facebook, but they're also probably using Facebook ads already for their business. Data: realtor client list lookalike, lead list lookalike, scrape list lookalike, etc. Chiropractors have chiropractor as an interest. Chiropractor job title and field of study must match interest plus, again, small business owner, and then those lookalikes: HVAC. And I will put this document down below this video, guys, so that you guys can have it, and just so that you guys can put this to use. Now, these are the core four. The second type of audience targeting you can do in 2024 to be able to absolutely crush with Facebook ads is literally going directly to the source. So you can go to someone like this who will collect a niche targeted scraped email and bulk email list. And this person actually does 20,000 for, it's about $50 American, $62 Canadian, or 50,000 for about 104. Super, super affordable. Now, we've tested these specifically, all right, with what we're calling simplified client acquisition SOAP ads. And we call SOAP ads as a GSD thing. It's a scary offer application process ad. It's a very simple ad that's just saying, here's your offer, here's your price point. Very simplified fulfillment model, and we run these. So with these types of targeting, we were able to, I tested this person actually specifically, 20,000 list. We ended up matching 8,000 of it. We've spent about $500 so far on it, and we're still getting new leads. So the lead cost with this one here, with these types of ads, is a little bit higher. So if you can see on the other type, the core four, normally you can refine, especially direct agency ads, you can normally refine them to about $20 per lead. These ones on this direct lists that we're scraping, and what I'm doing here, by the way, is I'm getting these lists from her, and I make sure when you talk to the person that's scraping the list, make sure they're saying they're getting name as well as email. And if they can give more information, that's good as well. And make sure that they're newer lists. So I had a whole conversation with her inside of chat, which I'll actually show you. That's fine, just so that we're transparent here. So if I show you this right here, you can see my conversation at the very beginning, looking to see how you're sourcing these lists. Are they old, outdated, or freshly scraped? Are you getting them from LinkedIn or old databases? You want to make sure that she's actually getting new ones. I don't sell old database. I provide latest and fresh data collected from LinkedIn, Google, and other social media. So you want to be able to see that, because you don't want them just reselling old data, like buying things from whatever those other data lead sources are and then just repurposing it to you. So I tested her with just a 20,000 list first, matched about 8,000, spent about 500. The lead cost was about $45, but the cost per call was literally every 1.5 leads ish, it seemed like. So we got like 4, we actually had 75, it was 4 leads and 3 of them booked, and then we got another 4 and 2 more of them booked. So I guess that puts us up to 8 and 5. So whatever that percentile would be, very, very high. Our cost per call is literally like, 75. It's under $100, very cheap cost per call, and they've closed 2 deals on that. So the cost per acquisition, very good on those ones for targeting. Now you'd have to continuously, the problem with this kind of targeting is you have to continuously buy more of these lists. So you're adding another $100 probably every few weeks to just doing that. But you are, every single one of those leads that we came through, we tested it on roofers and we tested it on real estate. Every single one of those leads that came through were people who own that type of company. They were very, very well qualified, good people. So that additional cost per lead, additional cost per list was worth it because the people we're talking to, very well qualified, and which drives our cost per acquisition quite a ways down on that. So I'm looking over it here right now. Yep. So then now the final one that I want to go over with you guys today. This is one that's just started really rolling out. This is our AI broad targeting with Facebook. Now, Facebook always pushes this kind of stuff. You might have seen stuff like Advantage Plus targeting for the last couple of years, really. And I've always shied away from that in our agency. We run millions of dollars in ad spend every few months. So we're doing quite a bit of stuff inside of there. I've always shied away from the Advantage Plus targeting specifically because it just didn't allow us, especially in our niche focused businesses and clients, to really get to the people that we wanted to get to. But recently, we have found, because we heard around the water bowl there, that some people have been using the new thing, which is the AI targeting specifically, and they've been getting good results. It's been really hit or miss for a lot of people, so we dove in and we tested it ourselves. We're finding success on it with our low ticket SLO, which is self-liquidating offer info product campaigns that have a broader niche. So far we've been hit or miss with it. Some of our very super niched clients that really want to target, like I want roofing company owners for my agency type thing, not working as well with, but that's because they've got a lower budget and they're super niche targeted. For some of our products that we sell, which are self-liquidating offers that are fairly broad, more biz-op-y type thing, we are actually seeing quite good success because we ran quite a bit of budget through it. We're able to get a lot of impressions and allow the AI to refine itself, and it was doing quite well. In fact, outperforming a number of our other winning audiences fairly quickly. So to be frank, the AI targeting, super easy to do. You just turn it on, you let it go. I would suggest if you're not spending at least $10,000 a month on the ads and your product is at least a little bit broader, so you can't want like specific kitchen remodeling businesses, right? That type of a niche within a niche type thing is going to be hard to do. But if you have a broader-ish audience and you've got enough budget to truly let the AI do some work for you, you will be able to crush it with that. We've seen plenty of people doing really well. So at the very least, I think it's worth putting into maybe your core 4 audience for your control ad, for your first form of rapid fire testing that we're talking about, or for just testing on its own in an individual campaign using what I call the 80-20 rule, which is 80% to your campaign that's working, 20% into your test. It's worth A/B testing. It's worth putting it to work and seeing if it could work for you. So in an age now, guys, where Facebook is getting harder and harder and harder to figure out how to target, how to reach your people, we're having to rely more and more and more on the copy of the actual ad to do the work, which, by the way, is how the AI targeting works. A lot of the time it'll read your ads, so you got to be really good at copy. Read your ads about who you're trying to reach, what you're trying to sell them, and it will put it in front of the right people. So a little hint, ninja tactic there. If you're going to use the AI targeting, call out your niche, attention realtors, hey roofers, hey contractors, whatever, and then put in your ad the word of the niche a couple more times in order to get the AI to really be able to do the heavy lifting for you. But in an age today where targeting is getting harder and harder and harder, hopefully something like this guide can really help you get out there and absolutely crush it, guys. If you want more like this, you got 2 options. One, all you got to do is hit the subscribe button to this channel. We drop value bombs like this every single week. Turn on the notifications so that you never miss out. Your other option is you can actually get direct face-to-face coaching with myself and my business partner every single Thursday for less than your trip to Starbucks. Literally just $7. All you got to do is click the link down below in the copy down directly below this video. We show up and we get shit done every single week. You also get a couple of premium courses designed to help you set up and absolutely correctly put the foundations together for your online business and how to get clients and fulfill with them using some SaaS and agency products all inside of that $7 purchase as well. So go down below this video, grab that, and let's get shit done. Otherwise, hit the subscribe button and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.